we've left that little wild camping spot by the canal and we're heading north. We stopped off in Dunkirk. Rob wanted to have a look at the museum there because obviously his military background. We covered Dunkirk on one of our previous trips. We popped in there ourselves because it was of interest to me. And now we're actually in Belgium. We've crossed over the border from France into Belgium and we're heading up towards Amsterdam. We're going to do an overnight stop in Belgium. We're going to find another little wild camping spot just to break the journey in half, and then tomorrow we've only got probably less than a couple of hours to get into Amsterdam. And we booked ourselves into a campsite there for 3 nights because it's just more convenient with big cities like that. We normally do that kind of thing, and then I think you can get a pass for the trams for like €7 or €9 for the day to get you on all the trams and buses. So yeah, we'll be able to get around the city quite easily, and we'll be safe in the knowledge that the vans are secure in the campsite. I'll give you a look around our little wild camping spot as soon as we get there. So we've made it to our park up for tonight. This is only going to be an overnight stop for us on our way to Amsterdam. We're just off the main road, halfway between Ghent and Antwerp. I'll put a little map up on the screen here so you can see. It's quite a nice little motorhome car park actually here, even though we're only using it as a stopover. There's no services here, it is just literally a car park, but we've got woods behind us here. You can see all the trees there. And then just in the distance over the back there is a bridge over the river. I'll nip up there and I'll just show you around. But yeah, not too bad at all really. And then we're going to set off early in the morning, make our way up to Amsterdam. So this is the Mira Bridge in Homme. It's a really famous bridge, originally commissioned and built on a petition in 1824. The bridge was originally a wooden structure, I believe, but now it's sort of all steel and it's not in use. I think they had trams go over here. It was electrified just after the war, and then the buses used to use it and so forth, but now it's just foot traffic and cyclists. As you can see, I nearly got run over there. But apparently, yeah, it's really famous for a few reasons, so maybe you can look it up. Or if you know, leave me a comment in the comment section below as to why this bridge is so famous. And I believe it's appeared in a film as well. So if you know the name of that film, please comment that below as well. Cheers. You can find this location on Park for Night. It only had 1 review, which was 2 stars. So I made sure that I gave it a good review so that people in future could know that it's a safe parking spot. Morning guys. Start of day 5. I think it's Saturday. We're on our way to Amsterdam. We were going to stay in Dunkirk last night, but we'd been around the museum, had a look at the beach and had some lunch there and sort of ready just to shoot off. It was about 4 hours from Dunkirk to Amsterdam, so it was quite a trip to do in one stretch. So we thought what we'll do is we'll just head a little bit further north into Belgium last night and then stop at a little air in Belgium and break that journey up. So yeah, we stopped at a little place called Mira Bridge, which was a free air. There's no services there, but really quiet little car park on a dead end road because the bridge is no longer in use, so you can't go any further. And yeah, it just broke the journey up. So we've only got 2 hours today to go from Mira Bridge to Amsterdam. Driving through Belgium, one thing you notice is it's really flat. I mean, I can see as far as the horizon it's as flat as pancake. And there's a lot of these wind turbines about. Once we get into Amsterdam, we're going to head for the campsite. We're booked in there for 3 nights, just so the vans are nice and safe and secure, and then we can explore the city of Amsterdam without worrying about the vehicles. So here we are on the campsite just outside Amsterdam. We're on the end of one of the tram lines, so it's easy access into the city centre. We know that the vans are going to be nice and safe here. You can see them parked behind me there. And it's got some really good facilities here as well. Obviously there's showers, toilets, there's laundry facilities, as well as wastewater and fresh water, of course, all included. The only additional cost, there are tokens for the showers, a couple of euros per token for 5 minutes, and obviously you need to pay for the laundry, but you can get a full wash and a dry done for under 10 euros, so not too bad. There's a little supermarket here, and as I say, you just walk out of the entrance of the campsite, and only 100 yards or so further down is the station for the trams, take you right into the centre, and it's basically one line. The end of the line is Central Station in the middle of Amsterdam, so really easy. Here's one of the toilet block facilities, and then down the side there is the entrance to the showers and the laundry area. Yeah, really nice, beautiful, clean, secure site. Barriers at the entrance. You need a barcode which they give you when you check in order to get in and out of the site. So yeah, you feel very safe here, and it's perfect for getting out and about and seeing the sights of Amsterdam. To make it easier to get around in Amsterdam, what we've done is we've left the vans in the campsite. We've got a 72-hour pass for the trams, which was 19 euros each for 3 days basically travel, and then it's only about a 20-minute tram ride into the centre of Amsterdam, and then we're free to wander around. Vans are safe and secure, and here's the rest of the gang. Here, gang. Hey! So we've left that little campsite in Amsterdam. Nice little stop there. We stayed there for 3 nights in all, and yeah, spent a fantastic time around the city. A little bit expensive in the city, but you're paying restaurant and cafe prices for beer, so probably about 7 euros a pint, and anything between 15 to 20 euros for a main meal. So we probably overspent a little bit, but it's one of those things, you only go into the city occasionally. Most of the time we're wild camping and we can do it quite cheaply, so it doesn't hurt to enjoy yourself for a little while. And now we're heading to a place called Arnhem. and there's a famous bridge in Arnhem. I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get there. This is just going to be a lunchtime stop for us, and then we're making our way further north up to Giethoorn, and it's a lovely little place I think that the gadgets have been to before that they recommended, and should be quite interesting. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the trip.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So we're here at Arnhem. There's the Arnhem Bridge just behind me there. This is one of the stops that Rob wanted to do with his military background. He's very interested in obviously anything to do with the previous wars. This bridge obviously featured really highly in the Second World War, towards the end of the Second World War, where the Allied forces tried to secure this bridge. It's going to be a key gateway into Germany, and it was part of their plan to win the war. It's also part of a really famous film, A Bridge Too Far, that was made in the 70s. So if you want to look up any of the further history, yeah, look up Arnhem and A Bridge Too Far. So after the excesses of Amsterdam, which has raped our bank balance a little bit for this month, we're back to bread and dripping and gruel for lunch. This is a nice bit of Hungarian goulash soup, and some fresh rustic bread, lovely, and a cup of tea. In Giethoorn, although I've been reliably informed the G is pronounced as a H, so it maybe should be Giethoorn. And here there's loads of little islands, peat islands, loads of little canals, no roads. All the houses, as you can see there, the boat goes by, are all joined by these tiny little canals. Really beautiful, really picturesque place. All these little bridges over the top of the canals, and everybody gets around by these little tiny little electric boats. Very quiet, very peaceful. I should imagine it costs an absolute fortune to get a house here, but yeah, lovely, unusual, different little place. So let us show you about. So we've left that quaint little village of Giethoorn, or God knows how you pronounce it. Giethoorn is the spelling, but I'm sure it's Giethoorn, something like that. Who knows? Perhaps you can give me the phonetic spelling in the comments section below. Sorry about my voice, picked up a bit of a cold. It's nothing to do with the you-know-what. It is just a runny nose and a sore throat, so hopefully that'll go in a couple of days. I'll be back to my normal self. The other thing that I found, with all this water around here in the Netherlands, it's really flat, there's lots of canals and water, whether it's this time of year or not, but there's loads of mozzies about, like little gnats, and on that park up just there, we're right by the canal there, I just got eaten alive, literally been bitten to death in the evening, so we've had to sort of hide away in the van and try and get away from them. So it's one thing to bear in mind if you're coming up this way, maybe pick a different time of year perhaps. But lovely little place, really worth a visit. Beautiful little village, lovely little canals, beautifully kept gardens and flowers. Really pretty place to have a look at, so it's definitely worth a visit. So we're travelling further north now. We're going towards the German border. We'll be into North Germany, and then possibly we may nip into Denmark. Not too sure yet. We'll see how things go. But we're heading up to a wild camp in the forest. But on the way, we're going to stop off at a really interesting fort. And it's one of the things that I normally do is I look on Google in the country where we are, and I'll go, right, what's the top 10 things to look at, top 10 things to do, and then just see what Google throws up as interesting places to go and have a look at and things to go and see. And this was one that came up in the top 10 things to do in the Netherlands. So looking at the Google map and all the photographs that are on the internet, it looks really interesting. So we've only got about an hour's drive to get there, and then we can have a spot of lunch, have a mooch about the fort, and just thought it'd be something interesting to go and have a look at. So he's only travelled about an hour and a half, close to the German border now. We nipped into Germany and back out again just to get to this place. Excuse the pronunciation.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Yeah, excuse the pronunciation. I think it's Bourtange, but I'll put the name on the screen here. Yeah, it's a fortress, a really unusual shaped moat in the shape of a star. Hopefully you can get the drone up in a minute and be able to give you a really good aerial shot of it. But we thought this would be interesting to come and have a look at and break up the journey. We just had a nice little bit of lunch in the car park, and now we're going to have a look around the fortress. a fantastic time that was in Amsterdam and the Netherlands. There's some really interesting things to go and have a look at there, and I hope you enjoyed our video. I'm here in a truck stop actually in northern Italy. I'm in the Dolomites now. We've gone through Germany and right down in Italy, and hopefully you can see in the distance behind me some snow-capped mountains there. We're about 1500 meters altitude at the moment in this little stop here, and then tomorrow we're going to be nipping up to the top of those mountains. We've had 3 days of rain, but obviously 2000 meters up there it's been snowing, and we're going to venture up there tomorrow with the van and check it out. We may even be stopping overnight in the snow, so that'll be interesting. So make sure you stay tuned. We've got all of Germany coming in the next video of this tour, and then later on you'll see us in northern Italy in the Dolomites. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything at all. It's a great way of saying thanks, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers. Here we are, guys, up in the air.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, sure.